This is our discussion of the Chapter 12 homework. The review questions start on page 392, and I do know that I would like to go over number 2. Jean Mayer, CPA, believes it's appropriate to obtain an understanding of internal control about halfway through the audit, after she is familiar with the client's operations and the way the system actually works. She's found through experience that filling out internal control questionnaires and flowcharts early in the engagement is not beneficial, because the system rarely functions the way it's supposed to. Later in the engagement, the auditor can prepare flowcharts and questionnaires with relative ease because the knowledge already obtained on the audit. Evaluate her approach. Well, I would say she's doing things backward, and she is neither efficient nor effective. She should be doing these things very early in the audit so that she knows where the problem areas are and so that she gets a preliminary understanding of internal control. She can also make a preliminary evaluation of control risk. So I think she needs to change things there. Any other review questions that you would like to go over? If something doesn't make sense, as always, please contact me. Then, if I switch over to the next page, there we go, 393, we had some multiple choice questions. So first, number 16, dealing with the deficiencies in internal control. So first, which of the following is an example of an operation deficiency in internal control? So something affecting the day-to-day operations, not the design of internal control. And that would be number 3. Clerks who conduct monthly reconciliation of intercompany accounts do not understand the nature of the statements that could occur in those accounts. Then, in B, a material weakness in internal control represents a control deficiency that, the answer here is number 2, results in a reasonable possibility that internal control will not prevent or detect material financial statement misstatements. Excuse me. And C, an auditor of a large public company identifies a material weakness in internal control. And the auditor, well, since it is so bad, it's number 4, must issue an adverse opinion on internal control over financial reporting. I'm not that worried about that question. Then number 17, dealing with assessing control risk in a financial statement audit. In A, the auditor's test of controls revealed that required approvals of cash disbursements were absent for a large number of sample transactions examined. Which the following is least likely to be the appropriate auditor response? That would be number 2. The auditor will increase the planned detection risk. Actually, what will happen is that the auditor is going to look at more evidence here that is actually going to decrease planned detection risk. I would also, by the way, accept number 3, even though number 2 is the official answer. The auditor will not select more sample items to audit because the auditor will select more sample items to audit. So number 3, if we change that to will, it would be correct. If we change number 2 from increase to decrease, it would then be correct. So we're looking for the one that's not correct here. And sometimes that throws people, by the way, in multiple choice questions. Then B, an auditor uses assess control risk to, the answer is number 4, determine the acceptable level of detection risk for financial statement assertions. And C, on the basis of audit evidence gathered and evaluated, an auditor decides to increase assess control risk from that originally planned to achieve an audit risk level. And don't worry about that statement in parentheses. That's a very old way of stating the model, not used anymore. That is substantially the same as the planned audit risk level, or AAR. Again, that was said in sort of an old-fashioned way, the way the model used to be stated. The auditor will, and the answer is number 4, to decrease planned detection risk, since that would balance out mathematically in the model. Then number 18. So concerning auditing complex IT systems. And with this, I'm not very worried about these in this class. Let me go ahead and give you the answers. The reason I'm not worried about these is because these are covered in AIS. So A would be 3, B would be 3, and C would also be 3. So 3 in a row there. We have no review cases to go over in this chapter because none were assigned. So that concludes the Chapter 12 homework. Again, please let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.